Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. If you are familiar with Inertia, with single page apps without building an API, and Inertia works with React, Vue and Svelte, works with any backend and tuned for Laravel. We have the similar tool, which is called hybridly server-driven client-rendered applications. Build single page applications the classic way, no API, no route duplication, no front-end state, fully server-driven. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how this works. Now let's go to installation, and hybridly consists of a Laravel adapter, a Vue adapter and a Vite plugin, and this last two are distributed together in the hybridly npm package. The recommended way of installing hybridly is to use the preset in a fresh Laravel project. So for that, I'm going to create a fresh Laravel project. I'm going to name it hybridly, and I'm going to choose now starter kit. For the database, I'm going to choose MySQL. Let's choose SQLite. We're going to work with posts. I'm going to make a post grad just to show you how this works. Okay, now cd the hybridly, and we need to run this command. So you can use pnpm, ban or yarn. Hit enter, and this is going to install the hybridly. Okay, you can add also some flags. Okay, now once you have installed the preset, you do not need to follow the rest of the installation guide. Hybridly is already installed. Also here you can see the detailed installation guide. Now we'll go to view and layouts, and here is an example of views. So a view component using TypeScript, and here is an example. Then we have an example of with route and controller, so registering another route for the user using this show user controller, and on the show user controller is going to return hybridly users.show, the component we have right here, passing a user, and here this package is going to use the Laravel data package. So that package I have created a review in the previous video, and also the layout, so you can create a layout and use this way, or you can use a persistent layout, and you can read more there. Now let me just open this project with a VS Code, and first thing I'm going to go to resources. Here we have some changes. As you can see, we have application, and here we have main.js, we have the route blade, and we have the type in CSS in here in the application directory. Okay, then we have components. Right now we have only the welcome item. We have layouts, this default layout, which is view component with main and slot here. Then we have views. We have this welcome view, which right now, if I open the project, yeah, we need to run the npm run dev. So let's say npm run dev, and now we need to refresh, and this is the project, the homepage. Now we can remove everything from here and just say h1 welcome. We don't need the styles here. Yeah, now we have welcome here, as you can see. Okay, first I'm going to create a model for posts and migration. So let's say artisan make model. I'm going to name it post, and I want also the migration. And also let's create a controller. So art make controller, post controller, and let's open here the post migration, and let's add the title here. So $table string for title and body. I'm going to save and close. Let's open the model also, and here let's add just the protected title and body. Save, close this one. Now I'm going to run a fresh command, php artisan migrate fresh. Very good. And let's open the web routes and register the route for the post. So I'm going to say route resource post controller. We need to import the post controller. Let's save, and now let's open the post controller. And here the create the index method, returning not the view, we need to return the hybridly. Okay, so if you see, we need to return hybridly and the name of the component here. So let's say hybridly. Now we don't have the component index, so let's go and create inside the views. We need to create the index component inside the post directory. So index.view, and now this is going to be with a go here and select all copy for now and paste it and say this is post index page. Now if I come here and refresh, let's navigate to /post, we have here post index page. Okay, I'm going to change this layout, so let's go to layout here. I'm going to replace this one with something similar we have on Breeze with Inertia in view, the logo code with Tony. Then I have added 2 links. This, instead of the anchor tag, we can use the router link here. And also let's close the router link for the home and for the, I don't need this drop down for now, and the post. Okay, now if I save this, also as you can see I have added heading here, so the same we have also on the Breeze with Inertia, and the default slot is here. Now on the index I'm going to use that default layout, so let's say import default from the default layout. Just here I'm going to name this default layout like this, and use that default layout in here now. Okay, we can add a template for the header. And here I'm going to say post index. Then we need to display all the posts here. So I'm going to say the div, and all posts is going to be here. I don't want to use this way. Okay, now let's save and let's see on the browser. Yeah, we have here the template. I think we are okay. Yeah. Here we have now, we have the links, posts, and home. Posts and home. Okay, let's make some changes on the index. Here I'm going to add a div with a class flex and the justify between. And in here I'm going to add adds to same post index, and then I want to add a router link. With the href to be, let's use a route, and I want to navigate to post create here. Let's add some classes. So let's say text green 500, and on hover we have to change that to bit text green 700. And let's say new post here. If I save, we have this link here. We need to say router. Okay, now, yeah, but we don't have the create method. We need to go to post controller, And let's create the create method returning the post create. We don't have the create, so let's go and save this as a create view, and also I'm going to save as a edit a view. Just on the edit we can say update post or edit post, and we don't need the link in here. Here is going to be the form. On the create, now if I open the create view, we need to say create post. And also here we don't need the link. It's going to be rendered the form in here. So if we navigate the new post, we have navigate post / create, but we need to add a form here. Now let's go here and let's see, scroll down, we have forms here. Let's see an example. And here we have an example. We need to create a const login, or what we named using this use form. We have similar also on the Inertia. We need to specify the method, URL, and fields. And then on the form, we say submit.prevent using this login.submit. Okay. On the input, we need to say vmodel login fields and the name of the field. For the errors also, login errors email, so vif, and add the button type submit. Okay. Also we have options, so method paths and so on. Let's do that. Let's come here, and on the form first I'm going to paste the form I have prepared. So we have this form submit.prevent. Just let me come up here and copy this, and I'm going to do something similar, just change the name to be store. The route is going to be post.store, and the fields we need is the title and the content of the body. If I open the post migration, here we have body here, so let's say body again. And we are okay. Now, here is the form with the label for title and input. For the store fields title, also the span vif store errors title, display the text. And here I added some classes. The same thing we have for the body using text area vmodel store fields body. And also the error and the button with type submit saying store. If I save and let's see in here, as you can see, we have the form. Just we can change the title here to say new post or create post. Okay, now we have here create post. Very good. Let's go to post controller and create the store method. Now, instead of request, we need to use the Laravel data. So let's go and create. Here we have by default the data for the user data. This user data I'm going to save as post data. Okay, change the name to be post data. We don't need this carbon interface. I'm going to remove. What I need in here is the ID, the title, and the body. Okay, but when we store, I'm not going to use this post data. I'm going to create a new data and name this store post data. And why? Because I don't want to have this ID in here for the store post data. Here I'm going to have only the title and the body, but when we need the ID, I'm going to use the post data, which has also the ID. And here now I'm going to remove the question mark, so all the fields are required. Okay, now let's use this store post data instead of the request. So let's say store post data $data, and then what we need is to say post create, import the post. We don't need to assign that to the post. We need to return to the route post index. Okay, let's try. Let's see now. If I use a fake field here, first let's see the validation. If I say store, we have the field is required, but we want more rules. So for that, I'm going to open again the store post data. We can create a method named rules, or we can use attributes. We have here attributes, name, rule, or marks, and so on. You can read more on the Laravel data. I'm going to use the rule attribute and import that from the Spotty Laravel data attribute. And here we can add an array and specify the rules. So I'm going to say it's going to be required. It's going to be a string. It's going to be minimum of 3 characters and maximum of 255. And let's copy that and apply in here. This one is going to be minimum of 5 and maximum of 1 or 500. Okay, let's save. Let's come here and refresh. Okay, now here if we type something, and I'm going to type only 4 characters, but we set minimum of 5 characters on the body. Let's try to store. We have the body field must be at least 5 characters. If we add 5 characters and say store, we return back the post. Now here we need to display all the posts, and we can display the post using this post data in here, but we have a better way because I want to display as a table. We can use a table in this from the hybridly, and we have here tables. Okay, here we have an example. Users, we need to create a table. So for example, users table, we need to add the model is similar to filament, this one. As you can see, we have text column, and let's copy this command and create the post table. So change the name, post table, and let's see. Let's open the post table. We need to add the model in here, which is going to be post. Then we need to define columns. So let's say this one for the ID on this array. We need to import the text column ID. What we can add is also the title, and here we need to say title, and we are okay accessing tables in views. So when we return, we need to use the users table make. Okay, so let's go to post controller, and here on the index now saying post to be post table colon make. Okay, so we are good here. Then the table property can be typed using the global table type, which also accepts a generic that describes the table shape. So let's copy this and let's open the index. So let's open the index inside the post and here. And then we need to copy this, create a constant. Okay, first let's change the users because here we worked with posts, the ID, the title, and yeah, we need to say posts in here and also create a post constants for this table. Okay, if we have multiple tables, so users table projects on the controller, we say something like this, and on the dashboard view, yeah, we use the app data user data. So let's do also that. We can leave it like this for now. Let's leave it like this. Okay, let's scroll down, specifying the label, yes, and you may access the label in the column by saying v4 column in users column like this. And the value of the column is accessible in the records property of the table. So we can say tr v4 key and record in users records, passing the key here, and then v4 column in users columns, passing the key, and vtext record column.name. Okay, adding metadata. So this, or we can access the metadata color, for example. And you have more filters here, as you can see, working with actions, and this is good. So let's copy this one, the inline action to delete. Way to copy that, and let's go to post table. And we have defined actions here, and I'm going to define an action to an inline action to delete the post. So let's say post $, post, and say post delete. Let's scroll, hiding using actions. Yeah, we have using actions here, bulk or inline actions. We can add the v4 key actions in users records, and then yeah, okay. Let's come here and let's go to index.view, and I'm going to paste here the table I have prepared for that, just for you, just to save some time. So here I have a div with some classes and a table with some classes also, then a t-head, and here I have added the t-head for ID, title, and an empty one, or we can say actions here, because I want to add the delete and the edit buttons. And then we make this tr, so on the body, the body, we say tr, so the same thing we have here, v4 key, record, and actions. So we have key and actions, or we can say key record actions in post records. Okay, we added the key here, and then on the 2D we make a v4 column in post columns. So if we scroll up, yeah, here we have v4 column in users columns, key column name, and you can add the, if we have a metadata, but we don't have in our case, so we say just key column name and vtext record column name. Okay, vtext record column name. Okay, then I have added here a td and passing a div with class flex and space x2. And first I have added the link, a router link to edit the post. So use the href route post edit, passing the record ID, and then a button. So the same we had on the inline actions. Okay, so where we have the inline actions, v4 action in actions, action in actions, key action name. On click we say action execute, and then vtext action label. Okay, and I added some classes here. Okay, and that's it for the table. Now if I save and let's see what we have on our project. Yeah, here we have the ID, which is 1, the title, which is this one. We have the edit and the delete. Now if I click the edit, we don't have the edit method. But if I click the delete, because we have added on the post table this inline action make delete, and the action pass in a function here, post $post, and we say post delete. If we do that, it's going to delete that post. Okay, let's go and create new post. Let's say here first post and something here store. And here we have first post. Let's create the second post and something here, say store. We have the second post. Now let's work with the edit. For that we need to go to post controller and create the edit method. Edit. Here now we need the post, so let's say post $post, and we need to return I believe post edit passing the post, but we need to pass the post not like this, but using the post data. And here we use the store post data, but here I want also the ID. For that I have created the store post data, which has only the title and the body, and the post data, which has also the ID, title and the body. So let's say here post data from $post. Let's save and let's go to post the edit page. Now because here we have added also the post, we need to say, and I'm going to say right here, create a constant $props to be equal with, and use define props. And because we use TypeScript, we need to say posts, and now we can use a post type. Now we don't have a post type, but because we have the post data, okay, we have this post data, we can create a type from this. And let's come here and let's say PHP artisan TypeScript transform. And now we have a post data, so TypeScript entity. So if we go to resources types, we have this generated DTS, and we have a post data type here. Let's close, and now let's use that app.data.post data type. We need to close this. Okay, we have a post here. Now let's go to create. I'm going to close this. Let's go to create, and let's close also the default, the post table. I'm going to close this, and also the web. Now on the create, I'm going to copy this one. We need to make some changes, but let me save some time. Paste it here. Instead of store, I'm going to name it update. The method now is going to be put. The route is going to be not store, but it's going to be update. And for that we use on the controller the post data, not store post data, because we need the ID here. And we can say ID to be $props, or we can say just post here, and we are okay. Then we can scroll down, or here we need to fill the title to be $props post title, and for the body the same thing. And then let's go and copy also the form in here. Paste it on the edit. Just we need to change the store to be update. Okay, I think we are good. And refresh. Let's click the edit. We navigate the post to edit, but why we don't have anything? Yeah, well, I think we have some errors here. Cannot read properties of undefined ID. Yes, it's not post, it's single one. My bad. Here just single post, and we are okay. Refresh, and now we have the title and the body. If we go back to post, the second one, we have a second one. Good. Now let's work with the update. So I'm going to create the update method, passing the post and using this store post data. Okay, and then we can say post update, passing the data to array, and we can return to the route post index. I think we are good. Let's come here and let's say, first I'm going to see for the validation. Okay, we need also to change the go to edit the button saying update, not store. Okay, now if I say update, yeah, we have the title field is required. We can see if I just leave 4 of them, the body field must be at least 5 characters. And if I say update, we have up here, and the same thing if I say up to this one, we have also up here. So we make a CRUD very quickly using this hybridly tool. Now here, this is similar to Inertia, just we have tables, and in Inertia we don't have tables, which we can create tables very easy, like a filament. Okay friends, I think we are okay now with this demo project. So this is what I wanted to show you. Now if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much.